How you doing, guys? I am the Rascal. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I would like to talk about game legends, urban legends about video games, such as like the Madden Curse, Football Manager 2013, Fallout, Pokemon. Just a few games that have legends behind them, or just odd stories. So let me get to that. Okay, so let's start off with Madden, one that I know pretty well. The Curse is, if people didn't know, that if you grace the Madden cover, that the following season will be a disaster season or you'll get hurt. I do have a book here that I will be using as a reference. The legend is a curse has struck every cover star in the American football series. Now, the truth of that, the 19 players who've appeared on Madden NFL covers since 1998, 17 had suffered real-life injuries, but while some sports fans have been suckered in by tales of a Madden curse, and petitioned for their favorite stars to be kept off the front of EA's game, publisher EA has argued that it's natural for pro athletes to suffer injuries following seasons of peak performance, which is true. Even in basketball, if you have a great season, say, make it to the All-Star team, win an NBA championship, chances are you are going to be suffering some sort of injury because our bodies are not made for that kind of abuse for that amount of time unless you're really well dietized and physically fit to the performance that you're trying to complete. Number 2, Fallout 3. Apparently the legend is that coded messages in Bethesda's RPG predict the future. The truth behind this, in-game radio stations broadcast messages in Morse code. They apparently predict the death of TV actor Gary Coleman and the Deepwater Horizon oil disaster. Okay. Both of which took place in 2010, 2 years after the game's release. Other messages didn't come true, but as one in-game broadcast suggests, Britney Spears will win an Academy Award in 2023. This urban myth isn't dead yet. No, I don't think she's going to win any Academy Awards. I mean, unless... I don't know. I'm not going to badmouth her. She made her money. She's doing good. Whatever. Not up to me. Number 3. The Pokemon TV series. Legend has it, an episode of the hit animated TV show resulted in a wave of seizures. The truth, when Electronic Soldier Paragon aired in Japan on 16th of December in 1997, a reported 685 viewers were rushed to the hospital suffering medical ailments, including seizures and nausea. Distraught animators pointed the finger at a rapid strobing effect that had been used to portray an explosion in cyberspace. The episode was never shown again, even in edited form. So, I guess that the thing we get out of that is don't put flashing stuff on your TV shows for kids. You don't know if they're going to have a seizure. I mean, we play video games, and at the beginning of like 99% of video games that we play, there is a seizure warning and flashing light warning at the beginning of your game. Final Fantasy VII, one of my favorite games of all time. Final Fantasy VII was, the legend is, Final Fantasy VII was the most returned video game when it was released outside of Japan for the PlayStation in 1997. The truth behind that, Sony in the US spent $100 million on marketing one of the first Final Fantasy RPGs outside of Japan. Most of the funded flashy TV ads showcasing the game's explosive cutscenes rather than show turn-based gameplay. Consequently, anecdotal evidence suggests that Final Fantasy VII was returned in large numbers by Western gamers who felt misled by the advertising and wanted something more gratifying. In hindsight, how wrong they were. And oh yes, they were wrong. Now we are talking about the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which was announced, I couldn't say how many times, but we're supposed to be getting it this year. Here's one for you Zelda fans. The Legend of Zelda. Legend. A Majora's Mask cartridge in the US is haunted by evil spirits. Now, haunted could be taken in multiple ways. Some people believe in ghosts. I personally do believe in ghosts, which could be means for another episode or video on my channel. The truth behind this, though, in 2010, a player obtained a copy of this N64 classic from a creepy old man at a garage sale. When loaded, sinister things happened. A music track played backwards. Spooky characters appeared from nowhere. And Hero Link randomly burst into flames. Despite finding its way onto a paranormal forum, the footage was later revealed to be the result of some elaborate ROM hacking and video editing. Go figure. So, I guess that one is definitely myth busted. I saw the video a while back, and when it came out, I was actually impressed because that was before I knew anything about anything for computers, and I'm also not the biggest Zelda fan, so I actually didn't play the regular game, so I just assumed the worst. Let's go with Dragon Quest III. The legend is, in Japan, it is illegal to release a Dragon Quest game during the week. Truth. When Dragon Quest III was released in Japan on Wednesday, February 10th, 1988, many children played truant and dozens of workers called in sick. They misprinted this. So it's supposed to say many children played throughout the night and dozens of workers called in sick. Consequently, the publisher Enix Corporation decided not to release any other DQ games during the working week. This policy stayed until 2012 when Dragon Quest X was released on a Thursday, but the restriction was self-imposed and was never government law. That, honestly, here in America, I would prefer if they didn't release games middle of the week. You know, people got a, new Call of Duty comes out and everybody takes the next 2-3 days off work to try to hit the top of that leaderboard. How about giving it to us on a Thursday or a Friday? We got a weekend. Alright guys, so that was a little information on some legends from video games. I got my information and reference from the Guinness World Record 2018 Gamers Edition, the Ultimate Guide to Gaming Records. Now, I could do a couple more videos using information from the book, but I would prefer to keep the gaming and the reading category open. So unless you guys would like to see a couple more videos on this, and I could tell you guys a little bit of something that's inside the book without having to go track one of these down for yourself, leave me a thumbs up and comment on the video. I am the Rascal, and I will see you in the next video.